Welcome back to Mirror and Thread. I am so excited for today's video, and this is actually an idea that one of you gave me, and I cannot remember who, or I would give you credit, but the idea was to buy nothing new and to just rework some of the things that I already have in my closet and some things that you probably have similar items in your closet. So this is going to be some styling tips or some hacks to help you kind of revamp or rework your current wardrobe without needing to buy a lot of new things. So this is something, budget things are always something that I like to think about in January. And before this was my job, where now I kind of have to be purchasing things all the time because this is my job. But before that, I would do what's called Nothing New January, where I would not purchase anything new and try and really save money after the big holiday season. So hopefully this will kind of inspire you in that way. And I've got a ton of items that I'm gonna show you some different ways to style, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I will link things in the video description if there's anything that you see that you would like to have. Some of the things I have are pretty old, and so they may or may not have exact links, but I will try and find the closest thing that I can for you. Let's get started. All right, so one of the first tips that I have is to rework some of your dresses, and I'm thinking dresses that even you might be wearing in the spring or in the summer, and kind of revamp those to be winter appropriate, and you can do this where you style them as a skirt. So I'll show you what I mean. So for instance, this is one of my favorite Amazon dresses. This one is still available. I've had it for years, and I actually did not purchase anything new that's on this rack. This is all stuff that I've had for quite some time, but a lot of them are links from Amazon and things that are still available. This one happens to be, but really cute little boho dress. This one's very fun for like with some sandals. I've done this for a vacation dress in the spring and in the summer, but I like the idea of using these as a winter appropriate dress by putting a sweater over the top of it. Now there's a couple different ways that you can do this where it doesn't just look like it's hanging down, where it actually gives you the appropriate waist and shape. So I've seen people do where you put like your bra on the outside of the dress and then tuck the sweater into your bra. To me, I think the easiest way to do it is to grab a belt, because this I don't mind if it shows. I don't really want the outside of my bra to show if for some reason my sweater were to come up or were to come loose or something like that, but I don't mind if a belt shows, and I think it actually can even be kind of a cute accessory that way too. So I'll show you how I do this, but I just put the belt around pretty high up wherever I think I would want to tuck the sweater in, and then just tuck the front part of the sweater into that belt and kind of let it hang over. And then you've basically got an entire new outfit. So you reworked a sweater that you already owned, you reworked a dress that you already owned, and now it just looks like a fun skirt. And then you can style it with some boots or something a little bit different than like the sandals that you would do in the summer. So here's another option of a similar idea, but doing it with a sweater dress. So these are both like longer knit sweater dresses. I actually wore both of these a ton during maternity while I was pregnant because I liked having that kind of more bodycon fit. If I am doing these now, I definitely like to have a layer over them just personally, but you can also do the same thing with like a plaid shirt, a flannel. You can even do a shacket like this, a shirt jacket like this. So same thing, you would put the belt around the top where you would like it to sit, and then you can button the flannel and have it hang over. Another option is to do this and then tie the flannel at the top. This is really cute. If you do happen to also be pregnant, it's super cute, way to accentuate the bump too. But that's another way that you can do it. And again, didn't have to purchase anything new. You can kind of find some fun, different color patterns. Like I like that this is kind of a mauve color, and then it has this kind of burgundy look in the flannel. So different way to rework with those pieces too. My next tip is to rework casual items and style them for something more dressed up or even for a workwear look. So I'm gonna show you how to do this with a very simple black and white striped t-shirt. So when I purchased this, and I'm wearing one again, I have a lot of black and white striped t-shirts. I love them for a lot of reasons. But when I purchased this, I was thinking most common way I'm going to wear this, since this is kind of my life right now, is with leggings and just like a puffer vest or a jacket or a coat or whatever. Very simple, even just with sneakers and jeans. But there are some things that you can do with this to really, really dress it up, especially a simple black and white striped tee like this. You could do the same thing with a graphic tee or a graphic sweatshirt. I know we kind of think casual for those things, but there are some things you can do to kind of dress them up too. So this would be a workwear inspired outfit idea. So I found this fun faux leather blazer. You could do the same thing with a cardigan, or if you have like a suede moto jacket or a faux leather moto jacket, this would work as well for that. I was thinking, or a cloth blazer, I was thinking this would be fun for workwear. So already this is looking a lot more put together. You could also do this with a denim and have a little bit more of a dressed up look. For the workwear option, I snagged these tie waist pants. I love a tie waist pant. Never get rid of these. If you have a little like utility pant like this, I have had so many similar pairs of this through the years and I still wear them. And I feel like they are one of those closet staples that just does not go out of style. So you probably have something similar to this, and they can be different fabrics. And for workwear, maybe they're like that kind of silky, more satiny look. But a tie waist pant, throw the t-shirt or even a graphic tee on and throw a blazer over it, style it with some mules or even some work heels, and you've got a workwear outfit. Wanted to show one more way you can do this with a simple t-shirt. So some faux leather joggers. If you don't have a pair of these yet, these are one of my favorite items in my closet. I feel like they are so incredibly versatile. You could even do these two and a pair of sneakers and still have a casual look, but it look a little bit more elevated than a classic pair of leggings. Just to go completely in the opposite direction and show you how you can dress this up, I am doing this with a heel and a big chunky necklace to show you could do this as a date night look or going out look, and I think it works for that too. All right, this is an incredibly simple tip, but it does work. Just change up the accessories. So for instance, this is a classic black jumpsuit, jersey knit, very stretchy, very comfy. Again, I would typically wear this with like a sneaker and maybe like a puffer vest or a sweater or cardigan or something very casual. Like I said, that's kind of my life right now. I work from home. This is my job. I don't really have reasons to be wearing workwear. And I also don't spend a ton of time out of the house to do like date nights or fancy things. So that is how I would typically style this. But there's so much you can do with a simple piece like this. And you could do the same thing with if you have like a black maxi dress or a black sweater dress, anything like that. I feel like you can style similarly to how I'm going to show with this. So again, I'm going to show you how to do this as a workwear look. You can do lots of different things with this too. You could do it with a simple mule and make it more for like a little bit elevated, just day out look, maybe brunch or something. But for workwear, we're going to have, I've got two different options here of a bigger chunky gold necklace. So if you don't have a good gold necklace, there's some good gold accessories. Highly recommend. These are not expensive at all. I think I got these at Target. They are very affordable, but they do a lot as far as dressing a look up. So we're gonna throw those on. Already makes it look a lot more elevated. You can throw some fun earrings in. I've got a chunky gold bracelet as well. And then this is just a fun, kind of unique accessory. These little hair clips. Snagged these several months ago from Anthropologie. And I think any kind of hair accessory, you could do a big headband, is really gonna change up the look. So put all these things together, and then you can throw on a workwear pump, a heel. You could do this with a mule, something that's a little bit more elevated, even a black mule with like gold accent details on the mule, a loafer, something like that would be really fun for workwear. And then you also have the option of layering something over the top. So this could be a long cardigan that looks a little bit more put together. This faux leather moto jacket I think would be a fun option to kind of dress it up for workwear, or you could do the faux leather blazer that I just showed for the other workwear option, or another blazer too. Of course, when we're talking changing up accessories, you can also change up the bags really easily. You could do, if you're doing casual, I'm thinking like belt bag, my everyday bag, the tote bag, diaper bag, which is what I actually usually carry around and just throw my wallet in there. But if you are going workwear look, something a little bit more like a tote. This one is from Walmart actually. It is several months old. You could have a workwear bag. And then this is my Louis that I've had for a long time. But this, if you're doing like date night, anything like that, something like a little bit more of a clutch or a smaller handbag for a more dressed up look. It does a lot too. All right, last tip I have for you, this is one of my personal favorites, is to learn how to layer like a pro, or at least play with layering. I think it's so much fun. This is such a goofy thing, but when I was working as a speech pathologist and I got to wear more like dressed up looks at my job at the elementary school, I would literally lay awake at night and like think about different ways that I could layer the things that I already have into new outfits. It's just something that's fun for me. So if you haven't played with that, I think it's time to have some fun with the things that you already have in your closet. So I'll give you a little example. This is a simple quarter zip or half zip sweatshirt that I had from Amazon. And again, when I'm thinking of this, I would do it casually. I have worn this a million times with leggings or a simple pair of jeans. Something to just give it a little bit of extra oomph or a little bit of a different look is to layer this really thin turtleneck under. And then I did it with a flare jean. You could do this with a skinny or a straight leg jean as well, but just gives it something that to me looks a little bit more elevated or a little bit more thought out. You could also throw a necklace over the top of this. And again, it just kind of gives it a different look than just a casual sweater. So this, I've actually had this turtleneck since before I even started doing YouTube content or blogging of any kind. I've had this thing for years. It is a tried and true friend of mine, and I can think of so many different ways to style this. So this exact one, the link is long gone, but I will try and link a similar if you don't have one of these. I think they are really, really great for layering, but you probably have something similar in your closet. Even if it's not striped, you could do even just like a plain black turtleneck under this. Just make sure it's a lighter weight since this is kind of a heavier sweater. You're gonna layer like this, or you might want that much layer if you are somewhere where it's really cold and you're gonna be outside. Another option for layering, now this one could have used some steaming. Did not get that done, but this is a simple shirt dress and button down. Again, this one's from Amazon, had for years and years. I did this for workwear lots of different ways. You can style it with a belt and some boots. You can do booties, lots of things. You can put something different underneath this one as well. But for a fun, different option, consider doing a sweater dress over the top of a shirt dress. So this is kind of one of those long sweater vest dresses. So I'll show you what this looks like on the hanger, and then I'll also show you what it looks like on too. But you can do, as long as it has like a little bit of a V-neck, you can do a sweater like this. And it can even be a more cropped, it doesn't have to be a long one. You could do a more cropped sweater vest like this and then just put a belt on it like I was showing with some of those earlier dresses. Or you could do a different type of sweater dress, maybe that's a little bit more fitted. I still think would be cute over the top of this. But how fun and unique is that compared to just a normal shirt dress? So again, this would be fun for workwear. You could do it with a boot, do it with a workwear pump, a mule, but I think it's kind of fun for like a day look as well. Last little layering tip, and this is a simple one, but I don't know, I'm kind of just trying to give you some ideas and maybe some things you already own and some things that you can rework. So this is really fun dress. I got this as kind of like a date night dress or going out look. And this one gives me like spring, summer vibes. It is kind of this like tulle fabric, and obviously the sleeves are sheer. So this is one that would get a lot of wear for me in the warmer months, but I'm trying to give you some ideas of how you can wear some of those warmer weather dresses in the winter or even into the fall. So if you don't have one of these, you probably have something similar, a moto jacket of any kind. You could do leather, you could do faux leather, you do suede. Again, a blazer would work for this as well, but I love having this layering piece. I've had this jacket for years. It's one of my favorite investment pieces. I got it at the Nordstrom sale years ago, and I have worn the heck out of this thing. But do this, and then throw it on with a pair of tall boots or booties. You can even throw some tights on underneath and do it with booties. And then not only can you wear those summer dresses into the colder months, but also it just gives you a totally different vibe. You could do this with a fedora as well if you want something a little bit more, I don't know, stylized in that way. And it's different than just like the dress with a pair of heels. All right, that is all I have for you on some ways to rework some things that maybe you already own and give your closet a little bit of a freshen up or at least some excitement to your day when you get dressed in the morning. I hope this has been helpful for you to watch. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel if you're not already to catch all of our content. I'll see you next time.